Hey friends, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden, and welcome to my 2025 resolutions video. So in this video, I will be going over both my board game resolutions as well as some personal resolutions as well. So I will be starting with the board game resolutions, so if you only want to hear about the board game related resolutions, then you can continue watching until I finish with those. But if you want to hear about my personal resolutions as well, you can continue watching until the end. I will also put some chapters down below. But first thing that I wanted to point out is something that you guys might notice, you might not notice, we will see, but I'm actually filming on a new camera. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do in 2025 was invest in some new equipment for the Board Game Garden. So I got a new camera. I've also purchased a new light for the studio as well, which that is coming in the mail very soon. I was hoping to be able to film with the new light setup for this video, but I couldn't push this video any longer. I need to get out a video at some point, so I decided to just film with my new camera but old lighting, and then once the lighting comes in, we will set that up and it'll be all updated and new. And I'm just really excited for 2025 and just upgrading the quality of the content that you guys see here on the channel a little bit. So that will be one of my resolutions that I'll get into. But anyways, yeah, the camera that I was filming on before, fun fact, was the camera that I started filming on for YouTube back in 2015. So that camera I've had for pretty much 10 years. It was a Canon Rebel 80D. So I got that way back when, and I felt like it was probably time to invest in a new camera that has a little bit better quality. I might upgrade the lens for this camera as well. I'm just using the kit lens that came with the camera. We will see, but yeah, that was the first thing that I wanted to point out. So let me know if you guys like the quality. I will be playing with settings and stuff a little bit here and there until I am really happy with the way that the videos look and that sort of thing. But yeah, anyways, we're going to get into this video. If you guys want to hear all about my board game resolutions as well as a few personal resolutions, then just keep on watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy. Also, hit that subscribe button down below if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden, especially moving into this new year. I have some great ideas, and obviously you guys will hear in this video kind of the ideas and plans I have for the channel in 2025. So without further ado, let's get into this video and all of my 2025 resolutions, shall we? All right, so starting off with my board game resolutions. So I have 6 different board game resolutions. A few of them are new, a few of them are board game resolutions that I had last year that I'm kind of moving forward with. But the first one is going to be one that I think I had last year too, but that is going the entire year tracking all of my board game plays on BG Stats, which BG Stats is a app that I've used, I absolutely love, but for some reason I cannot get through an entire year of using it consistently. So basically for 2023 and 2024, I was using it consistently until about September, and then when it got busy, I kind of just dropped off of that, and I just for the rest of the year just took notes of the games that I played in my notes, which is not the best. And I feel like it would be so much better to be able to just see everything as a whole in the app and just have it all there. So I don't want to drop off around the time where it gets busy in September, October. So we're going to try to go all of 2025 with keeping track of my board game plays in BG Stats. I have also purchased the little add-on for BG Stats where you can get the different challenges and stuff. So I have a few different challenges going on in the BG Stats app, but I'm not really pressuring myself with those. In the past, I have done little planner spreads in my planner of all of these different challenges that I wanted to do, and I can't stick with them, and it kind of puts a little bit more pressure on me than I would like. So going forward for my specific board game challenges, I'm going to do the app challenges, but I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to complete them or make sure I'm keeping up with them or anything like that. So moving on to the second resolution, this is one that I feel like I've just been trying to do for the last few years, and it's been very difficult, and I do think that it's because it's kind of connected to a personal resolution that I have. I literally almost said personal objective. That's when you know you play board games a little bit too much. These are all of my personal objectives for 2025. But anyways, this is definitely connected to a personal resolution that I have that I will talk about a little bit later in the video. But the resolution is that I really want to get on a good uploading schedule. I want to be consistent, and ultimately I really want to get ahead of schedule, and I want to be filming videos like a week or 2 weeks ahead so that I have all of these videos that I have already edited and I'm just kind of pumping out, because as of right now and for the last like 2 years, which I really hate, in my head I'm like, I don't know why I can't do this, but again, it kind of relates to a personal thing that I'm dealing with, but I just want to be able to be organized, and I used to be so organized and I don't know what's going on, but just in 2025 I really want to get my together, if you know what I mean, and I want to be able to have a consistent upload schedule. I want to like film things ahead of schedule and just feel prepared and not like I'm constantly in a rush. I'm usually really good with the preview content because a lot of publishers want those videos kind of sent to them before I upload them, which those always feel good when I'm sending those videos a week ahead of schedule, and then they can actually look over the video and then let me know that it's good, and then I have that video ready and already uploaded before the day that it goes live. Yes, that is my second objective resolution of 2025. Just getting a better upload schedule and being a little bit more consistent and ahead of schedule. Moving on to resolution number 3. This has to do with playing games, and that is that in 2025, I want to play through an entire campaign game, which I don't think I have actually ever done. I don't think I have played from the start of a campaign and completed a campaign. I've started a few of them and I just haven't completed them. Francis and I started the Near and Far campaign. We still haven't finished that. We also, Francis and I, started the Lost Ruins of Arnak campaign, which I really want to complete that because we've really enjoyed that so far. And I've started a few solo campaigns that I really want to complete. So yeah, in 2025, I want to start a campaign and then end it, whether that is a game that I can play a solo campaign of or a game that I start a campaign with other people and go from start to finish. I feel like it might be a little bit easier for me to do a campaign solo because I don't have to kind of rely on anyone. If I do a multiplayer campaign, I just have to make sure that it's with people that I know can start a campaign with me and we can continue all the way until the end. But ultimately, I would just love to do an entire campaign. I don't know what game it'll be, but I want to start a campaign and end a campaign in 2025. Mark my words, it's gonna happen. So moving on to resolution number 4. This is a resolution that I feel like out of all of them is one that I'm really, really wanting to do this year, and one that I just feel so passionately about. And it's something that I've actually talked to a few other creators about, and it is one that I really look up to a few other creators for, and it's something that I feel like is very difficult because it is only me here on the channel. But the resolution is that I really want to focus on community this year, and I was talking to Jamie from Foster the Meeple about this at PAX Unplugged, and I just really look up to Jeff and Jamie for the way that they are so good with their community. They've fostered, it's kind of funny, but they've fostered a really amazing community over there at Foster the Meeple, and I just love that, and that's something that I thrive to do over here on the Board Game Garden. And like I said, I have talked to some people about this, and I feel like it is just a little bit more difficult for me to keep up with the community and be really present within the community because it's just me and I'm having to do everything. So I have to focus on filming the videos and editing them and uploading them, and then also doing like the community stuff and comments and Discord and social media and all of those things. It just gets to be a lot. So ultimately this year, I just want to find a good balance of creating a lot of content, but then also still giving myself a lot of time to be present within the Board Game Garden community because you guys are like literally the best, and I don't want to get emotional. I feel like I'm going to get a little bit emotional in this video. a little bit later, but I just love this community so much, and I feel like I need to be a better, you know, face of this community, and I need to be more present within the community. So this year I'm focusing on replying to comments. That's something that I've been trying to do quite a bit more recently within the last few weeks. I want to be more present in the Board Game Garden Discord. I want to be more present we have like a BGA group as well where I play games, which I typically am playing a lot of games with some Board Game Garden members and stuff like that, but just being more present within the Board Game Garden community, and honestly just like the board game space in general. I would love to be more present in that as well, and commenting on other people's social media and commenting on other YouTube channels, videos, and just being more present within the community, the Board Game Garden community, and then like I said, overall just the board game community and space in general. So that is one that I'm really wanting to work on this year. So resolution number 5 and 6 are kind of hand in hand in a way, because they have a lot to do with what you guys are seeing and just the channel and the like look of the channel, if that makes sense. So number 5 is going to be that I am upping the quality of the content, and also I am doing some changes to the look of the videos. So basically what I mean by this is I've already pointed out that I have invested in a new camera that you guys are seeing right now. Like I said, this is the first time that I'm filming, so apologies if it is a little bit dark or the lighting's a little bit weird. Like I said, I've invested in some lights as well, so things in the next few videos will be changing, and I'm hoping to get this to the best quality that I can. I haven't invested in any audio, but please let me know if you guys think my audio is okay. I do have a like Rode microphone that I've used for YouTube for several years, and I've always loved this microphone, so let me know if it's good, if you guys can hear me, if you think I should upgrade my audio. I'm not sure, but I really like this microphone. But yes, I've invested in some new equipment that is going to be for me filming videos like this, but then also I'm going to be using that equipment for live streaming as well. So hopefully my quality of live streams will be a little bit better. The camera that I'm filming right now is going to be my like top camera, so that'll be better quality. And then my old camera that I was using for top down is going to be my front facing camera for live streams. So upgrading the quality of my live streams and just the filming setup as well. And then I'm going to be doing a little bit of a board game room and office makeover. So at the end of 2024, I actually wrapped up and closed my stationery store for good, which I was kind of doing out of my office. Half of my office was my stationery store, and then half of my office was like work for Board Game Garden. I had my computer set up in there, which I still do for editing and stuff. So now that Planting Roses, my stationery store, is officially closed, I'm going to be taking that stuff out of my office, and then I think I'm going to be creating a second kind of filming setup in there. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be upgrading the background of this as well, and doing a complete like board game room reorganization and makeover. I want to get some paint in here because all of the walls are just white, and I feel like we could add some personality and stuff to the background. So that'll be really exciting. And then, like I said, I'm also going to be doing a makeover in my office as well, and then creating kind of like a cozy corner kind of setup. I really want like a big comfy chair, and then some more of like my cozy solo games I'll bring into my office, and I feel like that'll be a lot of fun. And then maybe I can live stream out here sometimes, maybe live stream on or in my office as well. So yes, I'm very excited for that. It's going to be a big project, so it's probably not going to happen until like the spring or summer of this year. We will see, but yes, I'm very excited just to kind of change things up and up the quality and look of the channel and just give it an overall like overhaul, I guess. And kind of related to that, we'll move on to the last resolution in the board game category, or I guess the Board Game Garden category. And that is that I am hoping to be able to do a little bit of a rebranding of the Board Game Garden, because when I started this channel, I did like a quick little logo logo. I wasn't like super happy with it. I kind of just got some flowers and then put TBGG, and that was kind of my logo, and it's still my logo. And I really want to actually hire someone to do a legit logo. And then additionally with that, I want to finally do some merch for the Board Game Garden. So there's been a shirt that I've had for a while, and I've also made stickers as well that says, "Let's get cozy and play some board games." And I love that shirt, and I really want to actually get that printed and have it be the legit Board Game Garden merch. But the thing is that I've always wanted to get a better logo before I did that, because with that merch, I still want to have a logo somewhere, maybe on like the side of the sleeve or at the back of the neck of like a Board Game Garden logo, but I've never been 100% happy with the logo that I have now. So once I get an updated logo, I will then be able to create some more merch for the channel. And ultimately, I don't want, and I've never wanted, merch that just says the Board Game Garden. I want it to be kind of board game related t-shirts that say fun things on them, but it still be the Board Game Garden merch. And if other people that watch the Board Game Garden see that shirt, and they'll know that that is another like Board Game Garden community member, so that'll be fun. And then if they're not familiar with the Board Game Garden, they'll see the shirt, they'll be like, "Oh, that's really cute, where did you get it?" and then be introduced to the Board Game Garden. So yes, ultimately just an overhaul of the channel, the branding, and then finally getting some merch. That is a big goal for 2025. All right, so those are all of the board game resolutions for 2025. If you're just here for those, then thank you guys so much for watching, but we are going to move in to some personal resolutions, which I have a lot less personal resolutions. I feel like if I give myself too many personal resolutions, it's just going to be too much for me, and then I just kind of give up. And that is kind of part of the first resolution that I wanted to talk about for my like personal resolutions. And I am getting a little bit vulnerable here, but I feel like I've talked about this a little bit, and I've filmed myself for almost 10 years now. So I feel like I should be used to doing this, but I feel like it's a little bit different when I'm like sitting in front of a camera like this, rather than just like filming a vlog and being like, "Oh my goodness, I'm overwhelmed and not mentally stable." But anyways, my first resolution is that I need to get my mental health in check. This is something that I've been needing to do for years now, and a little bit of like a history on me and what I've done in the past. Basically, before I met Francis, which Francis is my boyfriend, we've been together since 2018. So we'll be together for 7 years this August. But before I met Francis, I was single, obviously. I was living alone with my dog Penny, and I owned my stationery store, Planting Roses. And that was pretty much the only thing I did. I didn't have very many friends. I did not go out very often, and my entire life was planting roses, working 24/7. And the really sad thing is that I like think back to those years and I cannot really remember a lot of it, because I feel like I was just kind of in a state where my brain was turned off. I was living day to day kind of in this idle state, and I don't think I was like fully mentally there. And doing that for years and years pushed me into an extremely deep burnout. And this was around the time that I was going from doing that lifestyle content, planning content, stationery content, into the board game content. So I'm still dealing with it to this day, and I am constantly getting so frustrated with myself and just the way that my brain works, and it's something that I really need to figure out. This whole thing about me wanting to get on a better filming schedule and uploading schedule and being more consistent and just being present within my channel and the content that I'm creating has been something that I have really struggled with, and it's something that I want to get back that kind of fire and drive for, because I love doing this. It's just my brain cannot allow me to love doing it, and it just is so frustrating because I am so passionate about creating content, board game content, and I love this community, But with all that being said, I do think that I need to go to the doctors and I need to figure out my mental health, and possibly I don't want to self-diagnose myself, and I've always told this to people, but I do think that I have some sort of form of ADHD or something, and I just need to figure out a way to cope with that and better be able to go day to day with it and just try to see if that is what it is, and maybe even if I have some sort of extreme burnout or depression, I don't know, but it's just something that I really need to take to a professional and figure it out, because I cannot continue living day to day like this. Do not get emotional, Jenna. I do think that over like the last 4 or 5 months, it has gotten pretty bad. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it on the channel, me not uploading as consistently and stuff like that, but it has just gotten to the point where like I just can't deal with it anymore and I need to figure it out, because being self-employed is very difficult, especially when it is all kind of put on you and you are the only person that you can rely on. And when your brain is not like allowing you to work like you want to, it is extremely frustrating. And yeah, that is one of my main goals for this year. It's been something that I have talked to a few friends about, and they have been so supportive and being like, yes, you got this, Jenna, just do it. Go to the doctors, but it's a lot easier said than done. I am scared as a woman that is dealing with this to go to the doctors, because a lot of the times ADHD and that sort of thing within females are a little bit more difficult to diagnose, and they don't have as much like research on it and stuff. And I'm just so scared that I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be like, I need help, but they're not gonna believe me, and it's just, it's hard. So anyways, that's that. That is one of my main goals for this year. Getting my mental health in check. Also figuring out a better sleeping schedule, because I've been going to bed at like 3 a.m. and waking up at 11 a.m. and I just need to get all of that figured out. So yes, Jenna is done being vulnerable. That is something that I am wanting to really get figured out in 2025. All right, moving on from that, another personal resolution that I am wanting to focus on in 2025 is my physical health, which, if you guys do not know, I was a dancer from the age of like 8 all the way until I was like 26, 27, and I have since started going back to dance after I was on a little bit of a pause for a few years, and I've always been in pretty good shape, but for the last few years I've kind of let that go, and I really want to get back to where I was before. Not even so much for the like physical part of it, because I'm still happy with the way that I look and I would be happy with any way that I look, but more so for just the way that I feel. I want my energy back and I want to just feel good. So that is one thing that I'm wanting to do, which is eat healthier. We have actually started this year. We ordered HelloFresh, which I found that with being busy with the channel and stuff, I have always kind of put eating healthy on the back burner. And if I didn't have time to make a good dinner, I would just eat crappy food that wasn't good for me. I would order in crappy food for Francis and I would make ramen at like 8 p.m. and just, I want to focus on my physical health as well as my mental health. And then also I need to start like working out, moving. I haven't been back to a dance class for a while, so I want to get back to doing some dance classes and just getting out of the house and doing something to move my body. I feel like that'll be really good. So that is my second personal resolution, which is getting my physical health back in check, eating healthier, moving, all those things. All right, so lastly, this resolution is a little bit more chill than the others, but this is something that I think I mentioned in a video a little bit ago, but I don't remember what I was talking about. But basically it is the fact that I want to get into reading, which this is something that I have never been able to really do. And I don't know why. I feel like whenever I try to get into reading a book, I just cannot fully focus on the book. And I talked about it in a video, but I will read an entire page and then realize that my brain was thinking about something else, while reading, so then I just didn't even absorb any of what I was reading, so I have to go back and read it again, and I can never get fully into or fully immersed into a book. So that is something that I want to try to work on in 2025, is trying to find some books that really immerse me into the story and reading. And I really need to, this is something that actually I should probably put as a resolution, but I need to get off of my freaking phone. Oh my goodness. I am starting to get like addicted, and it's bad. Actually, something that I used to do was I used to leave my phone in a completely different room from where I was working so that I wouldn't get distracted by like notifications popping up. But with working in like content creation and social media, it's important to have my phone there because sometimes my work involves my phone. So I need to figure out a way to like not be on my phone constantly and try to not get distracted by notifications. Maybe I need to like turn off notifications for certain things. But the thing that reminded me of that is the fact that I need to get off my phone before I sleep. That is something that I've done a lot, is I am constantly scrolling on my phone, and specifically before bed, it gets really bad where I'm just scrolling on TikTok or Reddit, and I'm just like, why am I doing this before bed? Because I end up just scrolling for way too long and then not realizing it is 3 a.m. and then going to bed at 3 a.m. So yes, I need to, read or play my Nintendo Switch or something before bed instead of on my phone. So that is why I want to get into reading, so that can be something that I can do before bed that kind of winds me down instead of scrolling on my phone. So yes, getting into reading. If you have any book recommendations, please leave them down below. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, that is everything for my personal resolutions. All right, friends, so that is going to be everything for this video. I have to quickly end this video because my camera is dying, but thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a big thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button down below if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. Comment down below any resolutions that you have for 2025. I am so excited for this coming year. Like I've already talked to you guys about in this video, I have so many different goals that I'm wanting to kind of go towards, and wish me all the luck with all of them. And I wish you all the luck with all of your goals and resolutions for 2025. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you in the next board game video. Bye, friends.